start.
Hey guys, I'm here and we're going to talk about Bruce Lee and his quote, be like water, my friend, because I have a page on my site. A lot of my site is set up so that when I get the time, like now, I can start putting videos to what I'm saying there, because so much of what I want to say, it's really complicated and I'm trying to make it fun, because if it's fun, then you'll stick with it. And this is where the be water, my friend, really helps, because it was about the concept of being practical. It's a Chinese proverb, and it's something that I was introduced to through a friend to Bruce Lee, and he's brilliant, because I didn't realize, when the people you discover, and this friend really introduced me in a way that really got me excited about Bruce Lee. It was years later I discovered it. So I've got a page. I've always wanted to put a video on there that explains why it's relevant, because I'm juggling so many things, and what helps me is saying, if you like water, then you'll get it done no matter what. So what I want to do is read some of the bits that Bruce Lee described, give the concept, okay? But first I want to introduce, I've got a camera crew right now. I have my little one, my youngest. She's taking the photos now. There's it, she's waving. So I'm proper excited, because it's fun, because this is what I do all the time. Just go out and find a way to have fun, okay? That's the whole point of what I'm trying to achieve. If you have fun, you'll carry on doing it, okay? So when you do the things you love, you'll carry on. If you do that and then combine it with things that are good for you, then you're going to have a life that's set up to give you what you need. So those two things are really all you're trying to do. And what I'm building to is an initial course that makes it easier for you to understand what I'm trying to achieve. And that is one where you really achieve balance over time. I've thought deeply about this, so I've broken it down to simple things. So the complicated stuff I'm trying to leave till later, because then you'll be ready for it. I need to get you to that point. So balance is healing. So if you heal over time and live a life where you're going to heal over time and do things that heal you, you're going to be healthy. If I keep it that simple, then all the stuff I do is just ways to show you that. And me, I'm looking at my little one, and she's looking so cute. She got a smile on, because she's proper excited to do all this now. And this is the point. I'm a dad. I work full time. I have all this stuff to do. But it's summer, which means it's bright till late. And even though I went to Norfolk on Friday, we went to Thorpe Park yesterday. I'm trying my new EV. I'm trying all this new stuff. I went along a load of miles. That's normal for all of us. Stuff's on. I used to not do stuff because I had too much on. Mm-hmm. Now I'm recording this bit because I shot a bunch of video, and I'm going to share that after this. But I felt like I wasn't introducing things very well. Oh, it's just a dog, isn't it, over there? So I thought I'd just summarize, because I was writing what I was trying to say, but I was in such a rush. I just thought I'll shoot some videos and show you where I was, because I'm at the seaside and I'm at this places, and that's all nice to show you, because it's get out and live your life. If you go and do that, same as your ancestors, you just have to get on with life. That helps me, because I used to kind of not get on with life, and that causes its own problems. So this is what I'm trying to do, just do a summary video. That's what I'll be talking about in the other ones. But a lot of it is that, I went to beaches. Go to beaches, find the beaches that are close to you, or find nature, or this or that. If you've got a day off, go and enjoy it. Just do those things, and then start attaching the right behaviors and activities to those things. Because if you tag it with something you actually enjoy, you'll do it, won't you? You'll find the money, you'll find the time. And that's why a big part of what...
Go.
Okay, so normal thing, little one, accidentally stopped it as well. So either she fell asleep, or maybe she did that, I don't know. It's okay, it's fun. So I think I read this out, and she didn't catch that, and I waffled for ages. So anyway, I'm going to read this out again, and I'll check later, see if I did it. She'll laugh again. But anyway, so here's the bit that Bruce Lee said. It's a really nice bit of poetry. So be like water, making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around it or through it. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, she's naughty, and it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. I'm going to be focused. Now, water can flow through it, or it can crash. Be water, my friend. And it's just beautiful, because he's a philosopher like me. He's thinking about loads of stuff. But it's a way of thinking. It's a Chinese proverb, and it's a way of saying, do you know what? Be what you need to be at the time. So be pragmatic. And that's what I do, and I enjoy doing that. And that's really the best way to be healthy, because to be healthy means to be what's necessary at the time. So this is what all I'm trying to do. I have kids. I'm playing out with my kid now, and we're going having fun. My other one is with mummy doing other things. You've got to take the day and just make it work for you. And I want to give you activities that may or may not be good for you, that you may or may not like. And we'll find out what you like and how to make that work for you. Because if you like it, you'll do it, you'll find the money. That's the whole point. And with curriculum, see, I'll introduce aspects of how you actually work, because I find nobody knows how they work. If you understand how you work, the whole thing starts to make more sense. And after that, then it becomes teachers. Bruce Lee's a teacher. He's taught me so much. Just watching his films, it's amazing. But little quotes like that, the way he addresses, he's trying to teach people. He's not trying to hit and hurt. He's trying to teach you how you work and what you can do. There are so many people who can do that. You know plenty. I know so many, and I want to share some of those, because then you will actually have a nicer life. And I am trying to teach these kids. That's really what I want to do. So I've been practicing this, so hopefully they can look back through and stop laughing at me, but they'll enjoy it. All right, sweeties. Well, I'm going to say bye-bye, because my little one's by there. And we're going to go for a wander, because there's a play park just around the corner. So go and play somewhere with your kids and all the people you love. So this is me talking about Bruce Lee. Be water, my friend. I just noticed the irony. Yeah, they're at the sea. That's about as watery as you can get. Well, I'm just doing a random video now, really, because I thought it's just a simple way of saying this is what I do. Find a way to go out and live your life and have some fun while you do it. Because all the best people I know, I'm just showing you little bits. Because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm constantly looking out. I'll bring in the kids. And my plan is to bring the kids here. And it's Hunstanton, so I'm from Milton Keynes, and I've got an EV that needs charging every so often. It's not bad now, but I'm new to EVs, so I can go a long way in it, but I'm being daddy, therefore safe, because you don't want to be sitting there and thinking, I got it wrong, because you get it wrong as parents all the time. This actually is the point of be water, my friend, because Bruce Lee was introduced to me years ago by this real special guy that I met when I was working in a meat factory, actually. And it was weekend work, summer work, that kind of thing. And we were chatting away, and it turns out he loved martial arts, and we got chatting. And he said, you've got to check out Bruce Lee. And what I love about Bruce Lee, because I didn't care at first, wasn't interested, but I kept hearing about him. And when I watched the videos, he really has a philosophy that fits mine. He's an artist more than he's martial. So I'm an artist, as in go and create the life that you want. And that's really what Fit to Thrive to me has always been about, is I'm going to create the life I want. And I've looked ahead and said, well, what do I want to do? Okay, how do I do it? And well, if you have really good health, that's one heck of a way of setting you up for life, because investment is generally for people who have enough money. But I know lots of people who have loads of money and they aren't happy and they aren't healthy. But if you reverse it around, what you'll find is if you're healthy, you're probably devoid of pain. Your joints probably work as they should. And if you study it, so study how a human works, then any engineer like me, which is really how I think about things and really what I care about with health, that's how I go about things. Anyone as annoyingly thorough as an engineer as me, I can use that knowledge, and I do every day, to make sure my tomorrows are healthier than my yesterdays. Poetic, but it's also it's obvious when you think about it. Because as the time passes, you'll find you need more maintenance because you're older. And as your experience grows, you'll be better at it. That's the concept. What's this got to do with Be Water, my friend? Which is a good question, because you're thinking you're waffling on. I don't script these at the moment, because scripting's great, but it sounds very salesy. I don't really care. All I want to point out is that it's actually what we're built to do. Be Water, my friend, is a proverb. I believe it's a Chinese proverb. I did look it up. I did go back through, and what it is, this is the one that people notice on my blog. It's the one that's kind of caught up, like you keep coming back. So I want to put a video in there explaining what this is all about. And the reason I love it is because it's about saying, water. Okay. If your personality is water, and it is, well, I noticed once you describe it, I thought that's it. It helps me in my job. It helps me in life, because I notice I'm good at finding a result and a solution no matter what. So I also have a choice of solutions, because I'm really good at coming up with multiple solutions, sometimes 20, sometimes 30, it depends on what's needed. Most people are actually like that, and if you realise you can lean into the watery part of your personality, that's a different way to think about it. I hadn't really thought about that, but I like it because it's practical, because what they point out is that, well, all the water sculpts the entire world, so it's bigger than you can imagine, and it also gets smaller than you can imagine. So in terms of bigger, it says all the valleys and things that you're in, and all the places, anywhere that was sculpted out, places that look like this, they were sculpted sculpted by glaciers. And we've known this for thousands of years. People figured it out and went, oh, blimey. And then, of course, we come along now and go, oh, yeah, we know everything. Well, your ancestors knew a ton too. And that's where these bullets come from. Water is big as a glacier when it's all stuck together. It's as hard as rock, and it molds rock. And we also know that out here, you'll find a water cycle. We define the water cycle as how the whole world life comes from. Yeah, it comes from water. So we've got evaporation from the sea up into the clouds. The clouds cover the sun. You'll probably remember this better than I do or whatever, but we know that there are cycles and they make a difference. So they create everything. You'll find that if you look at the clouds, you can see what weather you're going to get, because not only do they block the sun, they reflect how all the energy is flowing around the earth. That's huge, but that's also the truth. And water itself as well, on the tiniest scale, you can leave it on paper, you can leave it on lots of places, and it will change it over time. So you'll find rocks that, actually, since I'm at Hunstanton, it's a Jurassic place. It's the only Jurassic place, or the main Jurassic place, in Norfolk, which is why I'm planning to bring the kids here again, because my eldest has been here, he loved it. And my youngest hasn't been here since. And it's those stories, those places to get somewhere. Now, this links us to our past, because all they did was go places, because if they didn't get food or water, or they didn't get support they needed, and water and food would dry out from where they were, so they had to go somewhere else. So we're built for this. So it's better to simply do what you're built for than fight your nature, fight who you are. Okay, like anything. So it's easy to kind of point that out. And this is where I really liked the proverb, because it reflects what Bruce is doing with his life. He has this thing called Jeet Kune Do, and that's his way of performing his art, and he's very much more art than it is martial. And I'm like that with things I do. I'm not worried about competing with other people. I don't really care. I just want to have the best life I can have. And that means being me all the way through it. And not so many people taught me how to be me. So I'm figuring it out, and I bet you're figuring out how to be you. So being water is part of accepting who the heck I am, saying, you know what, that helps me work, because while I don't necessarily tell my boss and go, okay, I will be water, and things like that, what I do say is to myself, when they go, can you do this? And I'm secretly thinking, really? With nothing? I mean, how am I going to achieve that? I just go, okay. And then you take the time to go and research it, find out what they want to do, talk to different people, all the stuff that we all do. And what I've learnt is the same as it was true 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. If you take the time and you ask the questions, you'll find the solutions. And that's the same. The principle with water is that it doesn't matter. It will find its way to where it needs to go. So I'll hopefully put some links to what it really means in the comments. But I'm just putting videos because I want to share with people. I see people in pain. I see people struggling through their lives. And I've struggled and I've been in all sorts of pain. And there's some people I couldn't help. But because I've spent so long doing all this and learning how I work, it's become really easy, because that's what happens. Whenever you do these kind of things, it becomes really easy. So this is all just one cut, one shot. And I don't know, I'm planning to go to Cromer after this, because I've never been to Cromer and I've heard about it. But you see, this is all we do. This is all we're built to do, is go around places. So I've come here because I have a new car. I need to learn its limits. I need to understand, then I'll relax. It's just that I've been afraid about it. I'll be able to plan it and know what to do. But also, there's the car, but there's also the environment. I need to know where all these charging places are. And on the trip, I've seen one that I wanted to use that was out of order. Well, that happens to nice cars too. Anyone who doesn't think that happened hasn't got the experience, because that's happened to all of us. We've had situations where we needed some petrol and it wasn't right there. So I've just got to get out and find situations and whatever. So I'm practicing it. The more I do it, the easier it will get. But by doing this wrecking, coming out and seeing things, my life gets closer to where I want it to be, because it's now summer. That's the rush. Summer's going to pass. I've got to take advantage of that. We've already kind of near the end of spring, and I've been doing all this stuff trying to help share my message, share what I'm trying to say. But it's tiring, and it's not as much fun all the time unless you get people saying, oh yeah, can I help? I'd like to ask you some questions, things like that. But I'll carry on with this, because I haven't stopped with all the way through my life. Because I benefit from the investment that I put into my knowledge and how I work. I benefit from that every single day. It compounds, it really does. as we really do work a certain specific way, and we're all a bit different. So understanding that's important. Rather than the superficial ways I find most people do health. So I see everywhere everyone can help me through this journey through life, and they can make my life better. I know how to use that. That's what I've been playing with. What I'm building this summer is I will lean into things I've been building in advance, which is holidays. Because I started to notice as I thought about it, and I've kind of built a little course for it. It's on my blog, but I'm going to move it to a better course platform. Because if you see that a holiday, the best part of your year, best part of your days, whatever, that's a reflection of your life. So every year, if you look at it and say, well, I want the best holiday. What were the last holidays I had? What did I like the most? We all do that. Okay, what do we want now? Do the same in your life, because your life can prepare you for that holiday. And I started to notice why. Because today, I could say I did a commute all the way to Hunstanton and from Keynes, or I could say I do a road trip. A road trip's a holiday. It's a fun bit, which is really what I did. But it's also a commute. So when you go places in your car or however you travel, and all the different variations, they matter. Because you never know which one you're going to need to be good at. But they all collect together. In the same way as carrying things or helping your kids calm down and be quiet when it's necessary. That's a part of life too. So I'm just filming this. I'm just putting it, saying, well, this is all I'm doing. I will literally be shooting these things over time, and next time I might have kids. And I'm wondering if they could be my film crew. Because everything is there, and you can use it in a way that suits you, that also suits them. Because they're liking the idea, so we'll see how it goes. But every pressure you've got, I'm a dad, I have this new car. It's wonderful and annoying in its own measure, because I never before had to plan all the stops around fueling all the time. These things happen. But your ancestors struggled in every way you can imagine too. So you are built for this. You are built for going through and just being here. I'm just going to enjoy. All I'm doing is charging right now, which is awesome. So while I do this, I'm actually charging. I'm finding cheaper charging. It's cheaper than it was before. The car's way cheaper than anything I've ever had before. That's fantastic. And all I'm going to do is basically meditate on this. So I actually do things for my health every single minute of every day, all the time. So I stack it to a level you wouldn't believe. But that's because I've been doing it so long. So yeah, if you're interested, if you want to know, just put comments, talk about the holidays you want to do this year. I might do something related to that. But I'm just setting this up so that once this makes sense, and once I say do something better, and these are practice for the better ones, hopefully it's going to make sense. Yeah, I feel I'm just going to carry on waffling. But the point really of this video was to highlight that Bruce Lee it's got a wonderful philosophy about life. Even watching his films is a wonderful way to spend your time. So it's an excuse to watch films and movies if that's what interests you. But it's the philosophy. I love seeing him as a way to understand different ways of life and different ways of thinking that reflect exactly what I want to do. He is a philosopher who went through a life and built a career doing what he is, what he wants to do. Build it around him. I've been working on that, and I'm working on the next steps of it. So it's inspiring. And being water, it's always in my head. Whenever I see something in my way, or I see a massive project or a challenge, I do find it comes back to me and go, no, I'm going to be water. I'm going to be me. I'm just going to be me. And I lean into that. So I hope that helps. I may add more to this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But if there are other videos I put in, I'm slowly putting all these little things. I'm trying to put it where it's hopefully a bit of story, a bit interesting, hopefully put it different places. I'm starting to move out now and show it outside, because I was a bit nervous about kind of doing this because I feel a bit embarrassed, But I'm putting stuff out there really to say that this is what I do. This is all I do. I go out and explore stuff, and I'm able to go out because I have a new car further than ever before for the same price. And I'm going to use that, and I'm excited about it. And I'm thinking, now this is going to be, as I said, this is where my gym is. This is where the food is. I just popped into Tesco and got cheap deals because I always do that. So I found out, played around. That's for another time. But this is how life could be. This is what I want my life to be. What do you want your life to be? Have a think about it, because there's an opportunity every day. That's the salesy bit, isn't it? I'm an engineer. I could just get into the detail of how do I make it happen. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one if I do. Thanks for listening. Bye.